Hey fellas, it's Richard Suggins, your Call of Duty historian, dropping some knowledge about cancelled Call of Duty projects that unfortunately, or maybe fortunately in some cases, will never see the light of day. First up, we have the somewhat ridiculous story of Canine Warfare, or as I prefer, Call of Doggy. Originally planned as a DLC for Modern Warfare 3, Canine Warfare was a complete overhaul of the campaign, replacing all enemies with dogs. Yeah, 2011 was sort of the Wild West for DLC development. I'm thinking it likely started out as a joke that was very lightly entertained before moving on to other projects. But surprisingly enough, there were statements saying that they planned to use different breeds of dog for different enemy types, like a heavy would be a pit bull and shit like that, showing at least some thought did go into this wild idea. It was cancelled because a game solely about killing dogs didn't really sit right with the dev team or players. Like, I don't think anybody who played the campaign in survival mode where you kill dogs looked at that part and said, you know what, I wish the whole game was only this. Next up, we have the cancelled Halo Call of Duty trading card game. Yeah, back in the days when these two titans were the only names that mattered in the FPS genre, shortly after the release of Halo Reach and Modern Warfare 3, but a lot of people were still playing Black Ops, the rivalry was in full swing. A completely obscure and now debunked company out of Taiwan called Debian Ocules put together a pitch for Microsoft and Activision to bridge the two franchises and make an online trading card game, similar to what you would see today with Hearthstone or Gwent. In it, characters from the Halo franchise, like the Monkey Guys or the Predator ripoffs, I don't know, Halo is silly, would battle iconic characters like Captain Price and Menendez. Not many people got excited for this one. It seemed like a blatant cash grab, and I don't think that there was a lot of overlap between the TCG fans and the FPS hardcore, so obviously it didn't go very far, but damn, I kinda would have liked to see something as fresh as this for the franchise. I would have played it. Next, the unnamed cancelled Call of Duty project that would have seen the series taken in a more futuristic direction. It would move away from the somewhat realistic military shooter roots it had planted and take a look into the near future, introducing new gameplay elements like exosuits and laser weaponry. Supposedly, entire missions were supposed to take place in space with futuristic ships battling it out as set pieces. In the end, I guess it was just too much of a departure for the World War II roots of the franchise, and it got cancelled. But I'll be honest, I would have liked to see this one come to fruition. I think it could have been the best in the series to date. And finally, this one is a bit of a weird one. It's not necessarily a project per se, it's more of just a cut level, but we'll fudge it a bit and include it anyway. In Modern Warfare 2, originally there was a level planned for the third act in which Russian terrorists take over a hospital in Seattle, taking the doctors hostage. It was supposed to take place between the levels No Russian and the Ark. Here's the kicker though, and you're not gonna believe this, but the cast of Grey's Anatomy were set to make an appearance. I guess it kind of makes sense because the show was at its zenith of popularity at the time, but still, kind of nonsense if you ask me. And there's not a lot of overlap between fans of Grey's Anatomy and Call of Duty. It was kind of weird time for video game marketing, and the promotional teams for lots of companies were just kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what stuck. Obviously this didn't stick, no VO was recorded and the level was eventually cut, but kind of a hilarious chapter in the book of Call of Duty nonetheless, don't you think? Anyways fellas, I'm Richard Suggins, this was your daily dose of Call of Duty history, thanks for watching.